You too. Another day in flatbed heaven. I left. I left home by 5 this morning. I figured I said it'd be like a 4 hour drive over there. Ended up being like 4.5. No big deal. And so the place that I'm at now, I had like a 2 p.m. appointment time. So by the time I made it to the place that I was stopping at to drop off, I think it was like 10:30. No, like 10:25, 10:30, something like that. So I said, well, it's gonna be 2 hours to get back over here, but I need some extra. So if I can get out of here by 11 or a little bit after 11, I'll be good. So it really only took me probably, let me see, I left at 11. Yeah, it really took me like 2 hours and 30 minutes to get over here. So yeah, I needed all that time. So, boss man, I don't usually, when I untarp, I don't really untarp fast, but I was like, I got to roll. So I snatched them tarps off, got my bungees, all that good stuff like that, and I just, I got it out fast. And I'm going to be honest with you, the guy that unloaded me, he did me a solid because he was like, hey man, you got to be in the truck when I unload you. He said, I'm about to go on lunch break, but I know you don't want to sit around and wait because, you've been here or whatever like that. So if you go ahead and get in the truck and go back in there and get your signed paperwork, I'll go ahead and unload you. I said, cool. Because I'm like, an hour would have just took me on out of there. So he got me unloaded, whatnot, strapped my tars back down, whoop-de-whoop, came on down the road. So I get here. I've never been to this place before, right? I didn't even Google Earth it, because maybe if I would have Google Earthed it, I probably could have avoided the mistake that I made. So what I did was I just followed it to the address that, it gave me. So I followed it to the address, I turned in, so I saw a sign. So one sign said like administrative, corporate, all that good stuff like that, like go left. So then on the other side, they got arrows saying like shipping, receiving, go right. So I'm looking to the right, and I'm like, it's nothing to the right. It's like a gravel road. So I'm like, I know I'm not supposed to get on that narrow gravel road. So I'm like, maybe it's one of them situations once I keep going, like the administrative stuff will be to the left, and then it'll be to the right. So I'm going. I'm going past the building. I said, okay, well, it must be a situation where I'm just gonna make a right turn, and I'm gonna be where I need to be. So I keep going. And then I look and I see like, no, it don't look like it's no situation where I can turn right and get back out of there. So now I'm panicking a little bit because I'm like, okay, if I keep straight, maybe I can go and make a left and then maybe back up, because it was one of them signs you go left, either left or right, but going right wasn't going to take you into the facility. So I said, maybe I could just back up, in the road and just make the left and come back up here and figure some stuff out. But anyway, they had a gate open. So I turned the gate because I see some empty flatbeds, and I said, got load. And I said, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. So I pull in there, and it's a guy that's strapping down. I said, hey man, where you check in at? It's like 1:40 now. So, I got a 2:00 appointment, so it's like 1:40. So I'm like, hey man, where you check in at? It's like, man, you got to go in front of them trucks up there like it's a building. I said, all right, cool. He said, you went through the scale? I said, the scale? He said, yeah, like in the front. I'm like, my man, I didn't go through no scale. I made a left over some railroad tracks, and I just kept going. He's like, man, I don't know where you came in at. I was like, I turned in this gate right here. I came down this road. He's like, man, you just got to back up and just follow the building all the way back to the front. I said, cool. So I backed up. I came up here. So what I realized when I got up here, I came in the wrong entrance. I was supposed to come into this entrance down here, but obviously, again, I've never been here before, so I wouldn't have known that it was a second entrance right here. I went in the first entrance. So anyway, I get up here, get on the scale, and the guy tells me I get out because I'm like, I'm going to get my paperwork and stuff like that. He kind of chunking the deuces like, I can go ahead. And I'm like, I ain't got no paperwork. He's like, hey man, is the lady at in the building, did she okay you? I'm like, I didn't see nobody in the building. Like, you can't see nobody in the building anyway because it's tinted, which I'm sure it's tinted, due to the sun because it's just sitting in the middle of the asphalt and stuff. I'm like, that lady in there made no she put forth no effort to pull the door open to just kind of, hey, where you going? Made no effort. So I'm on the scale. So I'm like, well, do I need to back up or just walk down now? Because there's another truck right here, but I'm thinking like maybe it was a situation with this other truck where like he may have got the wrong pickup number or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I walked back and she's like, they got like 6 trucks back there, so you got to kind of hang out here and just turn your CB to channel 5. I was like, oh, okay. I got it. Now, this is a short load I got, right? A load going like 200 miles. So as it stands right now, on my 14, I got like 4 hours and 40 minutes, and I got like 3 hours and 58 minutes left on my drive. So I got to be at the location at 8 o'clock tomorrow, and then I'm losing an hour because I'm going into Georgia. So I'm thinking like, well, if I can at least get into Georgia like around Villa Rica or something like that and stop for the night, I think that's like an hour away from where I'm going. So I can just wake up and I can make it over there, right? But depending on how long I sit over here, I don't know. Because it's like I said, it's like 200 some miles over there. So you might well say 200. It's like 3.5 hours. Might well just say 4 hours to be on the safe side. So, and since I woke up and left a little bit after 5, there's actually 6 in that time. So my time will actually be up at like 8, close to 9 Eastern time. And so I'm really just trying to get over there or get to where I'm trying to go, because I'm not driving, but it's probably gonna take me about like 2 hours to get over there to where I gotta get to, where I'm gonna stop it. And then when I get over there, I just wake up early and head over there like that. So, it is what it is, man. So, I've been wanting to get a dyno done on the truck. And so, like I said, I'm taking off the week of like the 15th of February. So it's like the day after Valentine's Day. I didn't even really put that together like that. Yeah, it's the day after Valentine's Day. So I get my wife something for Valentine's Day. I don't really like celebrating them pagan holidays. But anyway, so I'm just looking like, because I had seen it like last year sometime where it was like the spot was in like Memphis. Like it was only 2 dyno spots for like cat. They was like in Memphis and like in Nashville. So I looked today because I was thinking like I was gonna get something breakthrough, because I'm like, dang, I'm on a Birmingham site, and in Birmingham like they do like dyno, but I was being I wasn't really in the right place, because I was on like what they got called Rig Center 360. And what Rig Center 360 is, it's like it just shows you all the services that like Thompson like offers, but it doesn't show you like the actual location, because the only 2 locations that actually offer dyno services are in Memphis and Nashville. So I called a spot in Memphis because I'm like, I'm not going to Nashville. Nashville, it's like 5 hours. Memphis is 3, but I mean, like, at least I kind of know. I know Memphis, kind of like I know Memphis to an extent. So what ended up happening was, so I called him initially, and the phone just ring. So I said, well, I don't want to leave no message. So I go back into the website again. So I call another number. And so I get somebody to answer. And so I asked the guy, I said, yeah, you know, who's shooting it like the dyno. He's like, yeah, man, we got a dyno, man, but it's not up to standards. Like, it ain't up to standards. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, man, we can't read horsepower on it. Like, it's like, oh. He was like, man, but Crow's Truck Center, they got one. I said, all right, cool. All right, no, bet. So I called Crow's. And the phone just rings. Because I was like, I'm literally going to leave them a message. But it just was ring. It never got to voicemail. So I just banged it. I just hung up. So I said, well, I called back at maybe like 3. I said, no, let me go and call back now, man. Let me go and get it out the way. So I called back. So it rang 2 times. Got answered. I tell him what's going on. So he was telling me, at first, I thought it was a situation where I had to leave the truck there a couple of days, which, I mean, ain't no big deal because, I mean, like, I took the week off, so, I mean, it really ain't no biggie, you know, if I had to leave it up there like 2 or 3 days, like, it's no problem. But he was like, no, ain't nothing like that. So he was like, what kind of motor's in the truck? No, he was asking me if I had a cat because I told him the guy from Cat referred me and said that they had a dyno. So he was like, yeah, man, like, you know, usually like 2 or 3 hours. But, you know, depending on the age of the motor, you know, it could be longer than that. So I'm like, ain't no big deal. Because, I mean, usually if you're at a spot like that, and if my wife go with me or if I get somebody to go with me, you know, because I ain't trying to come up here by myself, honestly. If my wife or I get somebody to come with me, you know, it'd be a situation like, okay, well, you know, maybe they got like a little car or something, or maybe they go out and get something to eat, you know, or maybe can get something delivered there. Situation like that. So he's like, so I said, it's like, do you like charge like hourly or is it like a flat fee? He's like, yeah, it's a flat fee of like $450, you know, plus tax. Like, all right, you know, no big deal. I mean, it's not, I mean, it's a lot, but it's not a lot, you know. Cause I'm really interested to see, you know, where it come away with. Like I said, some of my buddies told me, you know, I could just get like an overhead adjustment done on it or something like that, and that'll help. But like I said, yeah, it probably needs that too. But I just want to know what I need to pinpoint, and so I can go at it. You know, I can go at it from there. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe it just may be like this is just the way it pulled because I don't have like a 470. I don't have it turned up to 500 and then I just got it's like a 435. And based on like some articles and stuff I read, like guys said, like you like erring on the side of caution. You shouldn't try to turn it up no further than like like maybe like 475 is like the max that you should try to turn. No, it wasn't even that. It was like 450 or like 460, something like this. Like erring on the side of caution before you would have to like maybe.
Why are you still here?
Maybe if you have to get into like the gears or something like that. That's something I read. But my buddy, he got the same motor and he turned his up to like a 5. But at the same time, I think my buddy, he gonna have to, his truck gonna have to go up underneath the surgical thing right now. So I don't know. So maybe it may be something to that, not to turn it all the way up. But I feel like if I get the 475, like a good consistent 475, I think that'll work. Cause like right now it's just like it could just be a little slight incline, man, and we just like today, man. I'm passing the truck and I'm thinking I'm it's like an incline, like kind of doing like that, gradually going up. Not like it's like doing like that. I understand if it's doing like that, yeah, I'm gonna catch it. But it was kind of doing like this, and man, that joker got like his nose of his truck got to the door. That joker shot by me, man. Next thing I know, I'm splitting the gear back. I'm at 60 miles an hour, and I'm like, I was just running 70. So I was like, yeah, we gotta get this straightened out. This ain't even no heavy load. I mean, it's heavy, but it ain't like heavy. But But yeah, they went on and locked me in. He said they got an appointment. I'll be there first thing Monday morning at 7, so they'll try to get me in. So, I've never dealt with them before, you know. But we'll see. What's going on with it and whatnot like that. And I wanna get this oil filter off. I might try to tackle it this weekend. I tell my partner, I said I want to try to hold out until I actually get the service done on the truck. But I'm like, nah, the interval would be way too far in. And I said, but I know if I do anything, I know I need to put some grease on it, and I don't want to run the risk of just changing the oil and not changing that filter out for another interval. So I'm gonna try to get it off and see. I'm gonna try to look at some articles and stuff to see how you can potentially get it off or whatever like that. Cause I got another filter to put on there, and I was like, as long as it wasn't leaking, you know what I'm saying. I wasn't even gonna worry with it, but I need to get it off. Like I said, hopefully it's something with the filter and it's not the actual mounting bolt itself. Cause then that's another. I don't even know if you can find that part, man. Stuff like that be on back order. Yup. Then I talked to my partner yesterday, and my man told me his transmission went out. I said, God. I had to stop in my steps, man. I was like, man, it was like the reverse and the one of the gears was stuck. Like the truck was stuck in reverse, but it wouldn't move because somehow like reverse and one of the gears was like, like preventing it from doing anything. And so he was like, yeah, man, they said 9,800. I said, my God, man. and when he said that, it's just like, I said, yeah, man, I gotta get this. I gotta get some of my capital back. Money I come in, I gotta put it back on my cards, man. I gotta get my capital back because I said my plan right now is to keep like $4,000 like cash. So like an oil change or something like that, you can quickly replace that little 300-400, with a settlement. You can quickly replace that. But anything else, like I'm putting it like on my, paying my cards and stuff like that. Cause like that's where I got most of my capital. Cause I got like 28 to 30,000, with that. So once I get them down, then I can start putting more cash back, reserves. But I want to keep it at 4,000. I think 4,000 be solid, and then everything else goes to, the card. Cause you're not. Cause my mindset, I'm thinking like, well, shoot, man, I pay the card, man. That's less cash I got. But really, I'm buying myself more capital, honestly, like that. But everybody got a love-hate relationship with credit. Anyway, man, I guess they'll call us around in a minute, man. Like I said, I'm trying to make it over to Villa Rica tonight. And is it Villa Rica? It's either Villa Rica or wherever the other little two pilots said, little Flying J. They had a little Mexican restaurant over the last time I was over in that area. They had like some type of shrimp thing or whatever, so I'm gonna try to get that. Anyway, man, I'm gonna log off, man, and y'all be safe out there, man.